Ninjago has been around for almost 15 years and we've seen the ninja grow a lot over time. But what if we took that even further? In this video, I'm going to be creating 9 custom minifigures to represent the ninja decades from now, so make sure to stick around until the end and subscribe. The first ninja we have up is Lloyd. From Dragon's Rising, it's very clear that Lloyd wants to follow Master Wu and become a sensei for the next generation. That's why I decided to use the Master Lloyd torso and legs from last year, because I think they represent him pretty well as a master while keeping his general color scheme. One of Lloyd's biggest dreams since Dragon's Rising Season 1 has been to grow an awesome beard like Master Wu, and well, he's getting there. But in my imaginary universe, it's been well over 5 decades, so I'm just gonna be giving Lloyd this Master Wu beard so he can finally live up to his uncle. After putting his face on, I was tempted to just give Lloyd a Master Wu hat and call it a day, but I knew I'd be doing Lloyd's luscious locks a disservice if I made him go bald. So instead, I took Rapton, removed his hair, and let Lloyd off the hook with a receding hairline. So this is my Lloyd minifigure, and I would say that we're off to a pretty solid start. Next up, I chose Nia. While Lloyd has been busy training future ninja, Nia has been taking it pretty easy in her retirement. For the body and legs, I chose Euphrasia's from the Dragonstone Shrine because I think they look pretty elegant and the wind designing kind of looks like water. I figured I would just use Nia's regular face because I don't really have a better one in my collection, and for the hair I just stole Pixel's hairpiece because it's literally the same piece but just grey. And with all of that put together, this is my final Nia custom. For what it's worth, I think this one turned out pretty well as well. Next up we have Zane, and for those of you that don't know, Zane is an android and he has been one for well over a decade, so I don't really know how you wouldn't know that. Anyway, he doesn't age at all, which is extremely convenient for the purposes of this video. After all of Zane's friends had retired, Zane decided to move on as well and use his huge brain to found Zane, the Zone of Analysis and Ninja Espionage, which quickly became Ninjago's top intelligence agency. As the founder, Zane obviously became a high-ranking member, so I used this Imperial Officer torso and legs because I think they fit the vibe of a high-ranking officer. Finally, I also gave Zane the Imperial hat, and I think he looks pretty nice. I think he looks fine with his hair as well, but I have a plan for his hair later on, so stay tuned. After that, I wanted to do Kai next. After retirement, Kai found his true calling as a martial arts teacher where he teaches his students
So obliterate your enemy before they see you coming!
Exactly!
I wanted his design to be similar to how he looks at the beginning of Crystallize, which is why I started off with Core Kai. I used Core Kai's torso but swapped out the arms for some yellow ones. I then added the legs from the Tournament of the Sources suit, and for his hairpiece I contemplated on giving him a mohawk but eventually decided to use the Cinder hairpiece because it's the closest hairpiece I have to Kai's actual hairpiece. So with all of that put together, this is my final Kai custom. So far we have 4 out of the 9 ninja that I'm making minifigures for. Next up with Jay, I decided to have a little bit of fun. Of course, we don't really know what's gonna happen with Jay in Dragon's Rising. Will he get his memories back? But I'm like 90% sure that he'll come back to the team. That being said, I just think he looks so funny with the Unagami hairpiece in brown, so when I went to make this minifigure, I decided to give him the Unagami's hairpiece, which is of course white. I didn't really know what to do with the body and torso, but then I remembered Jay's old days from season 4 where he was a TV show host, and I figured in his retirement, Jay would probably want to become some sort of celebrity like an actor or host or a Twitch streamer. So I decided to give him some fancy clothing as well with Jacob's torso and pauldrons from season 4 and some generic dark blue legs. So that finishes off my custom Jay minifigure, and I think this one is really cool. But before we go, just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying the video, make sure like and subscribe or Rogue will come for you. On to the last original ninja, we have Cole. Unlike the other ninja, Cole never officially retired and still spends his days wandering around the merged lands. For this minifigure, I used this torso and leg piece, which I'm pretty sure came from one of the $10 legacy sets. I then added some black arms and a black half mask along with his normal head. For his hairpiece, I colored one of these Moro hairpieces to be silver and added it to the minifigure to complete my custom Cole. All in all, I think this minifigure looks okay, and I feel like it represents Cole well enough, so I'm a pretty big fan of this one. Moving on to the new ninja, I wanted to start off with Aaron. After his retirement, Aaron decided to follow his lifelong passion and became a detective. He now spends most of his days as an undercover agent, so I gave him this generic light gray sweatshirt and gray pants so he can be as discreet as possible. I used his regular head, but for his hairpiece, I decided to borrow Zane's hairpiece. I wish I had a better hairpiece, but all in all, I think this minifigure turned out fine, and now we can add him to the collection as well. For Sora, the only hairpiece I found to really work was the Harumi hairpiece from Crystallized, and it's not the best representation, but I feel like it's close enough. For the torso and the legs, I wanted to do a similar thing to Nia and have a fancy looking torso and leg piece, so I went with Princess Vanya's torso because I just really like the design. I think it looks so nice. However, I did also want Sora to have some sort of technology on her design, so I swapped out one of the arms for a signature golden robotic arm. So that's 8 minifigures down, 1 more to go. The final ninja we have today is Wildfire, and not gonna lie, I tried a lot of different things for this Wildfire, but none of them really worked. So for this last one, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Leave your own custom Wildfire down in the comments below. As for me, with not many options left, I went for the only thing I could think of. So that's it for my custom old ninja. I think some of them turned out pretty good, and I'm pretty proud of most of them actually. But if you liked my custom ninja, you'll for sure love all of the official minifigures releasing this summer, and I talk about all of them as well as giving my own ranking in this video, so make sure to check this one out. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.